Okay, so now in drafting your camp collar, so the first thing you will do is to fold half an inch here. This half an inch is to seal the edge of this fabric. Though in some cases, some persons can still use this edge that has the English mouth. But personally, I don't like using that edge. I prefer to have mine properly sealed. So, but then because of fabric management, we can go ahead to use that edge. So you pick it up this way. So we are going to use that edge so that we can make good use of our fabric. So here, once you have gotten this English mouth, this point, now the next you will do is to fold 3 inches or 3.5. You can still fold 4 if you really want to seal this rough edge to go in properly. So you can still fold 4 inches. You get, there's no limitation of what you can fold inside. Depends on the fabric you have. Make sure that what you have left, the material you have left, will be enough to do both the front and the back panel. That is the most important thing you must also understand. So you fold. So we are using 3.5 in this tutorial. 3.5 to 4 inches. That's what we are going to use. So now, once you arrive at 3.5 this way, so this other one, you're going to give a notch on the size of the shirt length you want. So inclusive of the fold allowance. So I'm using 35, 32 is the length, extra 3 inches. Just give a notch here. Just give a notch here, to get to your actual shirt length. Then you're going to fold the other edge inwards, just like this. You're going to fold the other edge inwards, just like this. So you make sure you carefully fold this. You carefully fold this. You carefully fold all of this to come out in this form. So now when you have gotten to this stage, so the next thing you will do here is you give room, you mark out 1 inch. The 1 inch you're marking out is where the button allowance will come from. The shirt is a bit stretchy, so vintage sometimes when you iron them, it tends to shrink. So you need to be patient enough. All right, so here you're not going to hem yet. You're just going to cut. Then later on you hem. Then you place your measurements accordingly. So here you are going to bring out 1 inch. This one, or 1 point. Let's use 1.5 since we're making for a female. 1.5. So it can lap properly. So the 1.5, you start from 1 inch point to mark your measurements. So the length of the shirt we have already brought out is at this point. So the shoulder is 18, or let's use 17 shoulder. I'm using the shoulder for the armhole. So I'm marking 8.5. Then shoulder to bust, they gave me 14. I'm marking 14. Shoulder to shape, they gave me, I think, 19. And then shirt length, I'm going to use 31. 31. So you bring out these lines as well. Now, the only different thing from the female and the male shirts are these lines. Now, these lines you are marking out you're not going to use them on the male aspects. You're only going to use only the female for these lines. So you're just going to use only armhole and shirt length. You're not going to use all of this in the male aspects. So the bust is 46. So I will not forget the 1 inch mark here is going to lap just this way. So you mark on the armhole line 46. So here you mark 46. That is 11.5. Extra 1 inch. Then because it's a very free shirt, you don't really need to mark or anything else, only the hip region. So the hip is 50, 54, 53, that's 13.25. So it's a very free shirt. You're not meant to mark or add much on it. So you can just give it a little fit. You can just give it a little fitting. Just give it a little fit. And then it goes all through this way. Then shoulder, we are going to work with is a shoulder of 17 and a half, 18. So shoulder is 17 and a half, 18. That's plus half. If you're using 18, 9 plus half, 8.5, 9.5. The neck value we are going to work with is a neck measurement of 17. So let's use 1 inch off. This is 1 inch. So let's start from here. So 2 1/4. Then depth of 2 3/4. So the slanting is 2.5. The shoulder slant because the lady is a bit chubby. So it goes all through this way. It goes all through this way. Then the neck of comes here as well. So this is the front panel. So I will cut this in this form. Cut this as well. Then the base it's gonna be curvy. It's not going to be straight. So this is the front panel. This is the front panel. So this front panel now will lap 1 inch across each other. Then this will open up this way. I will show you how to finish this properly. It will open up this way. So this is how it will be. You can open more. If you want it to drop more, you can open it more this way. You can actually open more if you want it to open more, just like this. So this is the front panel. So we are going to cut the back as well. Then for the back drafting, because of the fact that we encroached more on the side, so this will not be enough for the side anymore. So we're going to use the other end of the fabric to get our back panel. So folding it again this way. So fold again this way. And then we have this coming out in this form. Then you also take the front panels of the shirt. Just take only one panel. place it 1 inch off, 1 inch off from the center fold, 1 inch off from the center fold. Then after that, you raise the height, your shirt length by 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, this way. Then slanting the neck width this way. Then make it the depth of 1.5. Using your neckline curve, make a curvy connection this way. Then you're going to cut the back neck in this form. You cut it as well all through this way. Then cut here. So make sure that the curve you're putting at the hem, at the base, is not too curvy so that you will be able to fold it. So that's for the back panel. So before you conclude it, you have to fold the back panel this way to come in front. You trim any excesses if there is. So there's not much excesses here. Just trim this little one, trim as well, and you're done with the back panel. So the next you will do now is the back facing the sleeve, and of course the collar. But the collar will be cut when we join the two shoulders together. So here we are going to cut the back facing first. So picking a fabric from one edge of this, picking a fabric from one edge of this, just this way. So we put it up in this form. Put it up in this form. And then cut the back facing. So the next is the sleeve. So the sleeve is just a regular short sleeve. So how do you do it? Normal regular sleeve drafting. So let me just show it in case there is still need for some of us to learn sleeve drafting. So you fold this way. So we're going to cut the two sleeves at once. So the sleeve length we are going to work with will be a sleeve length of 11. Sleeve length of 11. Oh, let's do it 12. Let's do it 12. So you're gonna put remove your baseline. Remove your baseline here, and then add extra 2 inches for the folding allowance. Then 12 inches plus half to join the sleeve. The round sleeve is 15. So you mark 15, 7.5, extra 1.5. Come down by 4 inches here. Freehand sketch. You go all through this way. Come out through this way and go all out. Then cut it as well.